Hey guys, it's Kelly, the embroidery nurse. I wanted to bring you a fun embroidery project. Have you ever heard of freestanding lace? If you've been around the embroidery world, it might be something that you've run across. It is so much fun. It's literally a project you make with just thread. What? So the supplies that you need to do a freestanding lace project. You're going to need a hoop, whatever hoop you need for the size project that you're going to do. I'm going to use my Mighty hoops. I think this is going to work wonderful. And then the next thing that is very important to use that is specific to freestanding lace projects is your stabilizer. And this is pretty specialized stabilizer for these type projects. So it's a long word on here as far as the title. It's FSL, which in the embroidery world, again, stands for freestanding lace. You'll see FSL written sometimes. So it's freestanding lace. This is wash away, non-woven, water-soluble machine embroidery stabilizer backing. Now, if that isn't a mouthful, but this right here is exactly what you need to make your freestanding lace projects perfection. So the stabilizer is key. You obviously need your embroidery machine. You can do this on any size machine, guys. You don't need a large commercial machine. You can do this with a single needle. You don't need anything fancy when it comes to embroidery machines to complete freestanding lace projects. Now, what you do want is to make sure that the bobbin color that you use is the same as the thread color you use. So this is the only time where I feel like you might change your bobbin to a colored thread. If you wanted to do a freestanding lace project that was a different color. Today, the one I'm going to do is actually going to be white, so I don't need to change it because I already have white in there. But if you were going to, let me show you something super cool that you can use. This is called a side winder. People use this in the sewing world, but I found it helpful in embroidery world as well. If I wanted to take a different color and create a bobbin, this is how I create it. So very helpful. You don't have to have that. You can actually buy colored bobbins if you were doing, some of the more basic colors. You can buy them already done. All of my white ones I certainly buy pre-wound. So just food for thought for several different ideas of ways you can do that. Of course, you're going to need a freestanding lace file. And guess where you can get it? Creative Fabrica. So here's what I'm going to do today. How cool is this? This is on Creative Fabrica and it's linked below in this project. This is a cross. It actually has a top right here where you can turn it into either a bookmark, or I thought this would be such a cool ornament. Lots of options. But I think this one specifically in the details talks about it being a bookmark, and it would be super cute with that because you can have the ribbon come off to save your place. Super cool, like Bible gift, a great gift you could give for a baptism, a wedding, anything like that. I think this is great. So this is the design. You don't have to print it out, but I just wanted to show you what we're going to be making today. So first, I'm going to take my stabilizer. This is a new roll, so I've got to open it for us. And all you have to do, literally, is hoop your stabilizer. So I've got this right here. I've got my magnetic frame. So I'm going to lay this down over my magnetic frame and cut it to size. You want a little bit over the side of your frame, just like you would for any embroidery project. And then the cool thing about magnetic frame is it's literally just going to pop into place. So I do want to make sure that it's pulled tightly so that there's lots of tension, just like that. You don't want it loose. You don't want it moving around in there. You want to make sure you've got good tension. So that's all you need, guys. And then the thread. There's nothing else. There's no fabric involved. Nothing else is involved. So I love this project. Let me show you the file that we're going to use. Boop, boop. Hey guys, it's Kelly. So I want to show you in Creative Fabrica the design that I'm going to be working on today. I have wanted to attempt to do the freestanding lace, and I thought this was perfect. I love it. I don't know why this just screams my grandmother, who is the one that taught me all about crafting. So I'm going to make this in her honor. This is a cross bookmark embroidery design,
And it is a freestanding lace bookmark, good as a baptism gift, Easter, Christmas, First Communion. Looks like a handmade crochet file. It's easy to embroider, it says, so we'll see. It does list the sizes right here. There is information on a PDF, so we'll look at that as well. These are all the different formats that it does come in, so just make sure you see yours there. I use DST and PES, so that should work good for me. Let's see what's in the PDF here. It just basically says freestanding lace. It tells us that it's 11,862 stitches, one color. Here are the formats that it come in. It is not stitched onto fabric. That's what we're learning about freestanding lace, but rather onto a water-soluble stabilizer, which when washed away leaves behind a lovely lace piece. So we're going to be doing that today, and I can't wait. So let's go back to our design here. So simple. If you already have a membership to Creative Fabrica, then you're just going to hit download, add it to your downloads in your computer, and it is yours. So I can open that file, I can extract it, and I can save it. I actually have already downloaded it. So we're going to go to, there's a shirt that I was working on. We're going to go to my files, and we're going to access it real quick. So I go down to downloads. I have a Creative Fabrica folder eventually. And I have right here, cross freestanding lace. So it's got the different formats here. I'm going to do DST. So we're going to bring that down, and boom, there is our design. I love it has this, hole at the top that I could even use it as an ornament. That's kind of what I envisioned this being, a Christmas ornament, but a bookmark, as a gift. I mean, that would be really neat too. I just love ornaments. So we can look at the stitching and how it does it, which is kind of cool. Looks like this one just, starts from the top and works its way down. So woo, I love how Embrilliance does that. So yeah, I always, regardless of what I'm working on, I print out my designs. So I'm going to do that right here now too. I'm just making sure that I'm in my regular settings for printing. And let's get to work. How easy is that?
Okay, so I have the file here on my USB. I'm going to put it in and pull it up. Okay, I've got my design pulled up. I'm going to go ahead and take this, put it on our frame. And all I have to do is hit start. I do want to trace my design. I like to do that for anything that I'm working on, just to make sure I'm not going to hit the edge. Okay, I've traced my design, and now I'm just going to tell it to go. Had to make sure I was using my white color. So this one's about a 13-minute stitch out. There are other freestanding lace projects you can look at on Creative Fabrica. We're going to watch this stitch out, and I'll meet you back in a minute. She's all done embroidering. How cool is that, you guys? Seriously, what a great stitch out. So it had, let's see, 13 minutes and it was about 11,000 stitches for the size that it came in. I wouldn't do much adjusting when you're doing freestanding lace, because you want to stitch it out just how it's digitized. So that's great. So here's the thing with freestanding lace. What you're going to want to do after you finish a freestanding lace project is you're going to want to run the stabilizer through with like some warm water. That's the way you're going to get the stabilizer out of all the intricate areas. And then you want to make sure that you then kind of lay it on like parchment paper or something like that for it to dry. And then you can use the steam iron afterwards if you want to try to flatten it out a little bit. So those are the ways that you can like turn it into the project. So you can take it out of the frame or hoop. And then at times you can pull it away from the corners, but you're going to want to use the warm water to get rid of the stabilizer. So I'm going to do that next and then lay it on the parchment paper, and we're going to have a beautiful freestanding lace cross bookmark to share. Pretty easy, huh? You can do it too. Find it on Creative Fabrica. I'll show you the finished product in a minute. Okay, so I went and ran it under some warm water, and you would be amazed how just literally that stabilizer just poof is gone. It can get kind of sticky, so you got to be careful with that. But look how beautiful the project is in the end. Yo, we just made that with just lace. How cool is that? So the more it dries, it's still kind of wet, it will lay a little flatter. And you can, like I said, kind of do a little steam iron on it to make it flat. Isn't it awesome though? We just made that. It's just thread. Freestanding lace, just like the name. Literally, how awesome. So check out the design on Creative Fabrica. You guys, this is so simple to make. Like, so simple. If you have the right supplies and you have amazing digitizers that create these files for you, you can make these all day, any day. Have fun stitching!